I'm on the farm today and got the Massey Ferguson 1105, the Krone 2801 CV. I'm going to my west field over here. This is the tough grass I've talked about in my hay update video. Probably be cutting that in a couple of weeks. It's coming in thick. Well, I got up here in this yard ready to take a plunge into the field here, and I thought I better put these curtains down and cinch them closed. And I noticed this tire back here was low, so I got my Craftsman inflator out here pumping it up. I hope that it's a really slow leak, because I really don't want to have to put the hay in on hold to get a tire fixed. So that ought to level the thing up a little bit. It was just about flat. I tell you, it seems like it takes longer to get ready to make hay than it does to actually do it. It's supposed to be clear and sunny skies today for the next 3 days. I got a narrow window, but I don't like what I'm seeing up there. We'll see. I might have some quality hay, I might have some trash here at the end. Got that pumped up, we're ready to go. I'm in the high range multi-power load, but I'm gonna switch to multi-power high. I really want to get on and off this field. So now we're rolling. I'll make a few rounds and check that tire. Probably going about 7 miles an hour. Hoping I don't encounter any deer. Cutting at a high stubble about 5 inches. So I'm losing a little volume there, but that's okay. I'm more interested in regrowth and dry down. If you're new to the channel, I clipped this field like 4 times with my International 12-foot bush hog. I guess it's a bushwhacker. And I fertilized. The goal was to get a heavy second cutting type hay and get rid of some of the trash that was growing in the hay. Velvet grass and velvet grass and sweet vernal grass. Did pretty good, but some of the stems are growing back in. It's not bad. I would have preferred to cut this hay probably a couple weeks ago, but we were on vacation last week for a full week, and then the weeks leading up to this one, it's just not been haying weather. Really heavy dew this morning. You can see the moisture on the tires. But I felt like with the window I got, I just needed to start cutting hay. I'll come back. So with the thickness of the grass and the wetness, it's pulling this Massey just a little bit, and you'll see when I start up that slight slope, I'll get a shot of the exhaust and it'll roll a little black smoke. Maybe. This is a 1977 Massey Ferguson 1105. It dynos at about 117 horsepower on the PTO. There's no way I could cut like this with a sickle mower or a sickle hay bind. This is as fast as I can mow and stay in the seat. Again, first gear, high range, multi-power high. Does a really nice job. Just got out to check the tire on the back side of that mower, and it seems to be okay. Right here's what we're cutting, and I'm telling you, of course it always looks heavy when you first cut it, but keep going. Well, I'm continuing right along here, and it's going real good. The grass is heavy, or at least it seems heavy, and it's drying off. When I first started, my wheels were just soaked with dew, and we got a breeze, and still got a little bit of moisture on my tire, but nothing like it was. And I checked just a little bit ago, the top is drying out. The humidity is down the next couple of days, so hopefully get this dried out and see how it comes out. I think the high today is supposed to be in the lower 80s. All the vitals on the Massey are looking good. Knock on wood, I think it's been uneventful. Thought about taking my Westfield, but I'm not sure. I need to plan as though an army of one. I think I'm going to have some help, but I'm not sure. This field right here is big enough to keep one man plenty busy. Once you get off the edges of the field and come in on each end, it starts going pretty quick. I really like the way this grass is looking. I like the color of it. I think if I waited much longer, it would start turning brown and maybe dormant. But I think it looks really good. This is a mixture of Timothy, orchard grass, and fescue, and then what other native grass may or may not come in. This field is wider down at the bottom here next to the creek, which is beyond that tree line. So I'm about ready to get myself into a situation where I got to deal with a triangle, and that's no problem. Sometimes mowing out triangular shapes when you get down at the end with a hay bind can be a little challenging, but let me make a turn here. I don't know if you can see it, but this mower has a gearbox that swivels. So when I make a turn, like I'm going to do right now, I'm not inducing any stress on any U-joints. There's no CV joint on this Krone, and the PTO shaft that comes off that gearbox to the PTO is short. And as an old guy, I really like it. I'm not lifting some big, heavy, honking PTO shaft like is on my John Deere 335 round baler. I'll come back. Just saw a little fawn go running out of this field. We're late enough in the year that you know, they've figured out how to get up and run, but really in grass no taller than this, I really don't expect to see them in there. Really having to make some sharp turns on these corners. This is July the 3rd. So this was clipped 4 times at a height of 12 to 13 inches, and then I just let it continue to grow and fertilize and thicken up. And then these stems that you see just kind of grew in, but it's nothing stemmy like it was. It actually looks pretty good, I think. Anything can break, but I tell you, life is a lot better with nice equipment. Maybe nice should not be confused with new, but reliable and nice just make life a whole lot easier. Now what I'm going to do here now is I'll go around the end of the field. So pick up that Krone, and you got to be careful not to be taking tight turns with that thing up in the air. It'll go up on one wheel. Don't ask me how I know, but when that happens, you'll never forget it. When you lose your mind and can't remember anything else, you'll always remember that. Sorry about the jittery angles, but the haymaker is the filming production crew. I leave a little streak here and there when I got the camera in my hands. Alright, so I just finished, and just a few things here wrapping this up. 1977 Massey Ferguson 1105. It's got a 354 Perkins 6-cylinder diesel, turbocharged, factory turbocharged. Krone 2801 CV. It's got a gear bed arrangement and these impeller tine conditioners you see right there. Very, very effective. My tire seems like it held air pretty good. I'm not sure where the leak's at. I'm sure I'll find it. The grass looks really good. It always looks really heavy, you know, when you first cut it. But I'm losing considerable yield, as you can imagine, by mowing a 5-inch stubble. I've got high shoes on this Krone since the day I bought it, and I can tilt the cutter down to get a, you know, like a 3-inch cut. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's one shoe and there's another one over there. And I prefer a high stubble. I get a nice regrowth on the grass, and you know, it's not so hard on the cutter either, cutting down as the stem gets thicker and thicker as it goes into the ground. And but so again, if you're new to the channel, the story on this field is, for this year, this field needs some attention. And as the grass was coming up, we got sweet vernal grass in it, and then this grass called velvet grass. And I've got a 12-foot batwing bushwhacker bush hog that I bought, and the highest it'll mow is 12-13 inches, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I mowed it high and clipped that undesirable grass, and I clipped the stems that were coming in too, the fescue and the orchard grass stems, as they were coming in. And later on, stems grew back a little bit, but then some timothy grew back, and I didn't think there was any timothy left in here, but it is. It's a goodly amount of timothy, and this used to be 100%. I didn't plant the orchard grass or the fescue, but I did plant the timothy, and it used to be a great timothy field. We'll put it back into timothy one of these days. So I didn't spray this field with any herbicides. I'll probably come back and spray it some after this cut, when I get this off the ground, to take care of some undesirables going into the fall. So from a weed standpoint, what's in this hay is you're going to see a little bit of milkweed. There's a few pieces right there. It seems like it's in slight bunches, if you will, instead of single pieces of it growing here and there. There'll be, you know, 3 or 4 stems of milkweed, maybe more than that. And then you know, there's not much in the way of sweet, let's see, Carolina horse nettle. There's a little bit of buttercup in here, but the toxin that the buttercup has that makes the horse, when they eat it, I don't know if they're mouth blisters or whatever, but that goes away when you cut the hay. That's a non-issue when that stuff dries out. And then the real thing that made me cut hay today was, number one, we allegedly have a window of about 3 days, maybe 4, but I am concerned about that window. The second thing is I started to see some foxtail start to come in, and that's a no-go for the horse people, and that's our primary customer, you know, for hay like this. But I'm just really impressed with what I'm seeing here. Do I want to clip these fields? I mean, look at that. Do I want to clip these fields every time? I don't know. I might clip them next year, As I've alluded to in my other videos, I'm kind of an army of one now, and even being a retired guy, there's more up here on this farm than I can shake a stick at. And but I really like making quality hay, and this is some good hay. If I can get it up and get it up dry, it's going to be some really nice, really nice hay. And here we are, July 3rd, August 3rd, September 3rd. Who knows, maybe in September I'll get another cut. But basically what we got here is second cutting hay. It's just that if I'd have taken a first cut, the grass would have started over, you know, at 5 inches. But by clipping it, the grass started at like 12 inches and then just grew. And every time I clipped it, it got thicker and thicker, I think. And then I hammered it with fertilizer. And this is what I'm left with. And I think it's, I really think it's going to be some really nice hay as I look around here. So probably nowhere near the yield of stemmy first cutting, but that's okay. More to come, more videos, and hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share. And this rig and mower will be back into action in some other fields soon enough. We'll talk to you later.